One thing that has seemed to be the case this year has Myles Garrett seems to be needing some help on the defensive line. This year, he's got 9 sacks. The rest of the defensive line has 6.5. One area that we've been keeping an eye on this year is Olivier Vernon. This year, he's got 15 tackles and just 2 sacks in 6 games. Both of those sacks came in the last game against the Raiders. Now, last year, he underperformed and got only 3.5 sacks. He's missed a couple of games this year. So one guy that the Browns could potentially look, whether it be for depth or to create a little bit more force on the defensive line, is Takk McKinley. He was just released by the Falcons after they failed to trade him. He was not happy with them. He's proven early in his career that he could possibly make an impact. He got 13.5 sacks in his first 2 seasons, but he's kind of fallen off a little bit. But one thing that could be a benefit for the Browns is he's owed just under $900,000 for his contract. He's in his last year. He's hurt right now, but if the Browns could look to him as possibly a little bit of depth, maybe he could add a little bit of help for Myles Garrett on the defensive line. So what do you guys think? Is this someone the Browns should consider adding, if anything else, just for a little bit of depth?
Well,
Yeah,
just
I mean,
for me, when you hear that he's hurt and you're not sure exactly when he's going to be back, you need if you're going to bring somebody in, you need a guy who can come in and play right now and can contribute right now.
Yeah, and he's somebody that I was sort of looking at in terms of a trade possibility, and he did want to be traded, and then when things didn't work out, they just let him go. Now, so he is someone that could get picked up on waivers by another team. If he becomes available and clears waivers, then he's somebody that you could even add that way after that. So, he's somebody that I think he's worth kicking the tires on. And again, you'd have to look at the injury aspect of it. And you also want to know that, Adrian Claiborne should be healthier in the second half of the season. So if you think that you can get more reps out of Adrian than you would get out of Takk, then I don't know if it's really worth it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of names out there. When you mention them, you say, oh, yeah, they've got them too. But because you almost forgot about them in some ways.
Yeah, there's been a lot of guys that are injured and they haven't been able to make the contribution that I think they will going forward. But you guys mentioned Olivier Vernon. They need more out of Olivier Vernon. He was probably one of the biggest disappointments of the first half of the season. And, they definitely need more production out of him in the second half.
All right.